can share them to things. I believe.
1 second, let's go.
We could share that later. Right now, Cheap Drinks, Cheat Codes, episode 27. This week, we got a cool little rundown going on.
Sharing our thoughts.
Yeah, we're sharing our thoughts on a lot of different
boys.
things because there wasn't a whole lot of more news. A lot of just developmental news based on things that were already announced. So,
Yeah, boy.
let's get her going.
Let's get her going. Halo Infinite. Sorry if you were excited for it, but that shit ain't coming out this year.
Delayed.
Crazy.
Has been delayed. 343 Industries dropped this. Was that yesterday or the day before? I'm gonna just say the
Monday or
blurb.
Tuesday.
Yeah, they said the decision to shift our release is the result of multiple factors that have contributed to development challenges, including COVID-19 related impacts. They want to acknowledge all the hard work that 343 is doing and their commitment to the game. Rada. They know this is disappointing, but they want to make a game that is, they want the extra time to let them finish critical work necessary to deliver the most ambitious Halo game that our fans expect.
Yeah, it is critical that it doesn't look like shit. So,
Boy, so let's. I have several things that I am annoyed at in that are. One, you waited till you teased it like 2 months ago. You teased it at E3 last year, then you teased it, or not E3, their little thing or whatever. And then you teased it a couple months ago. They're like, "Yo, we're gonna talk about it." The gameplay drops. Everyone's hype about it. There's no negativity yet. The game comes out. Everything aside, kind of looks underdeveloped. It looks like a Xbox One game, if that. And now all of a sudden you want to get this critical work done. COVID-19's going crazy. Like, I think it was just due to fan backlash.
Yeah, it's 100% what
100%.
it was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because they were saying like this, it's for sure a launch game for the new Xbox.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the system seller, like Halo 1 was before. But then they dropped this, and it's due to the fact that they're just like, wow, we have not done that great of a job. So they're gonna probably it's gonna be like, because Cyberpunk, they're showing like things of their 2018 like behind closed doors game like footage.
Yeah,
Compared to what they have now, and it's even better than what they had, and they were at a high level. And they're like, yeah, that's why we wanted it. We wanted to push, because they're doing something that's way more innovative than a Halo game. Halo's being an open world first person shooter. I could probably go and just reach and grab things off the shelf back there that are the exact same thing.
Facts. I don't like that they blamed COVID. I don't like, if they would have did this a month ago, I wouldn't have cared. I'd have been like, oh damn, that sucks. But the fact that they released gameplay, like a decent amount of gameplay, like this is the world, this is what the grappling hook, and then fans reacted, and coincidentally a week and a half later they're like, oh, we're gonna push this game back. I think y'all are crazy, and
like I'll give them a year after Halo 5 that they weren't making anything, because they were like fixing that. Though Halo 5 launched pretty fine, like there wasn't a lot of changes that needed to be made, so they had at least 6 years to work on this game.
Yep.
COVID should not be affecting that at all. They should be at most they should be like fixing very small, minute things right now.
Yeah, you should be polishing at that point.
Yeah.
Very weird.
I think this is
I wonder if it's the I wonder if it's the studio itself that had the issues, or I wonder if they tried to do some like real shady shit, like trying to basically copy, like go the Call of Duty method, just like copy the same shit that they just had before and just kind of revamp it, change some game things. Like, I wonder if that's why it doesn't look that because it looks kind of like Halo, like
it looks like the last one.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't look any different than what they've done before. So I wonder if it was just a copy and paste and they built up way too much hype.
Yeah, this was the only thing to me that I thought Xbox, if this was a console launch, not exclusive, but it came out with the console like Zelda did for the Switch. That was the only thing I was thinking Xbox would have. I was like, that's a smart idea. That makes sense. I have so many friends that like bought the last Xbox for Halo. Like that was it. That was the only reason they bought it. So I thought that was definitely going to give them the little bit of props and movement forward. But with that not coming out, I just don't see a reason to get an Xbox. Like, it's just like, I don't understand. I don't know. They're tripping.
Another thing, like, I love that they brought the Master Chief Collection to the PC and they like updated Halo Reach and they're doing all this stuff for that. If they've had time to really work on that, that should mean that this new Halo is almost done.
Yeah.
Not needing a bunch of extra time. So I don't know how they're balanced. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just like, we want to balance everything, and they're just like, wow, we're way in over our heads. But I think that would be giving them a big benefit of the doubt, not just that they're like, wow, we haven't made something that our fans are really happy for. Now, I follow a bunch of Halo guys on Twitter, and they're fine with pushing back, and they're still super hyped for Infinite, and that's great that this is the game that they only play. But for me, someone who's gonna get it, I'll get it and play it for quite a bit. You've had 6 years. I don't see a reason why you have to push it back at this point.
They had longer than, correct, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they had longer than Cyberpunk, because Witcher 3 did not come out that long ago.
Yeah, so it was like in 2012 that Art Talsorian Games, the people who own the rights to Cyberpunk, started the discussion, but that was just a discussion. They weren't considering about starting that yet because they were working on Witcher 3 at the time.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm always for no crunch, make a great game, but most of the time it happens the opposite way. They're just like, hey guys, we're not ready yet. Like, it hasn't happened in a while where they show stuff and then they're like, oh fuck, my bad. Like, CD Projekt Red barely showed anything, like literally at all, before they're like, hey, sorry. Or Last of Us, all those games, they were just like, hey, we need more time.
And it's right now that CD Projekt Red is showing stuff on Cyberpunk, and it's because it is releasing November 17th.
Yeah,
nothing's stopping it. They're ready to go.
Did you read that blurb? I read this the other day. This isn't in our docs to talk about, but they are not 100% satisfied with the melee combat, and they're still tweaking it. And I'm just like, oh god, no. Oh god, don't do it.
I think at this point that could be like them wanting like their own personal feeling. They'll probably release it, and then maybe they'll patch an update, because it's not like you're gonna finish that game in the first few days. You're gonna be playing that game for a couple weeks. Like, that's going to be a very I know I will. I'm probably going to throw 50 to 60 hours into that game just for my first playthrough, because I'm just going to be like, ooh, what's that? And then just go on this side adventure.
I put like 15 hours into The Witcher 3, and I was like, I have to be sort of done. No, fucking.
My playthrough on that was about 50 hours.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But we do have some more good news-ish, kind of, maybe. In the same little blurb that Halo did get delayed to 2021. Microsoft did also say in a little paragraph here that we have plenty to keep you busy until the Chiefs arrives. The Chief, there's one. There will be thousands of games to play, spanning 4 generations, when the Xbox Series X launches globally this November. And with over 100 optimized Series X titles built to take full advantage of our most powerful console, are planned for this year. So they gave a month. Which I think that's what most of us expected. I'm still calling first week of November. I think that'll give them enough time to get the consoles out and redistribute before Black Friday. I just think anything later than that would be nonsense. But I don't fucking know. What do I know? But yeah, so Xbox will be launching in November. Who knows? There's 30 days that we can point a finger at.
Do you think the Series X is also going to launch alongside with the Series S, since that just got like officially confirmed?
Which one's that?
That's
the shorter fridge, the mini
fridge.
I didn't know.
It's probably going to be its all digital version, kind of like the PS5 has that.
The
Xbox SAD.
Yeah, sad. The new Series X controller. Somebody found a box of it out in the wild, and on the box it's compatible with Series X and Series S. Yeah. Even though they've like never mentioned the Series S yet.
I could care less.
I love when people find like random thing. It's like they're on a Skyrim adventure and they just see like this shining Xbox a corner
I mean,
somewhere.
we all know it's gonna happen. It's literally the exact same manufacturing process, but they don't put one thing in. So it makes sense, unless you're Phil, to do that. I know a ton of people that I wouldn't suspect that they're like, yeah, I'm gonna get the digital one, and I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah. I mean, it's as long as it comes with a terabyte, and it makes sense. The only thing really even holding me back is trading in games, because I like trading in games. It's, if I get $30, whatever. Sharing games and digitally downloads take longer. Like I can pop in a disc and it's like, hey, ready in 20 minutes. Or if you download the whole game, PlayStation's not optimized very well, and that shit'll take like 4 days to download a game. So
especially if there's when you talk
multiple
about like
people doing it.
Yeah, well, multiple people in the like for the downloads, but I was thinking like as far as like read and write speed, our SSDs have gotten so flipping fast that it's not even gonna matter. Like downloading a game and then installing it, the download is going to take double the time, or probably more.
They take a decent amount of time. When I downloaded Final Fantasy VII, it took like 3 hours, and I have good speed. Not as good now, but and then if you had the disc, it probably would have took 20 minutes. Most discs take like 20 to 30 minutes. Like go take a shit, come back, game's done.
Yeah, and that depends on the size of the game. Last of Us Part 2,
And the shit.
it came with the download disc.
Yeah.
So like it took 20-30 minutes, but I popped it in, knew it was going to take a bit, and I went and did something else, came back. I don't even think I had time to play it that day. But
Yeah,
all I had to do was have my disc in and it was ready to go.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for the digital console, because we all play PC, we should be a little bit used to like just downloading games. But I think the biggest thing for me is they need to optimize the speed for downloading stuff and the account thing. I know you guys don't have to deal with that. Like, when my girlfriend plays on my PS4 and she has her account and I have mine, if I buy a game on my account, she can't play on the exact same PlayStation. That doesn't make any sense. I completely understand if, like, I do have two PS4s. That's fucked. If you can transfer shit to PS4s, because then it gets kind of murky if people are sharing. But the same PlayStation, that annoyed me. Like, because she was going to play Final Fantasy VII, and it was like, look, it's licensed. I can't play it. I was like, that's stupid. You don't own it at all at that point. Which, like, on Steam, this is another one. Rob actually just told me about this. Rest in peace. When we got all those storms and he had no internet on PlayStation, there's no offline mode. You just you can't play your games. Where Steam has an offline mode. So if like just your router blows up and you have or power, you can still play your games.
You're talking about if you have a digital download.
Yeah, and Rob only does digital downloads.
Wow, that's crazy.
So he literally couldn't play.
I don't have to worry about offline mode because I have a physical game. I can take my PS4, Xbox, I could take all of these things out to some log cabin.
Facts.
Not care, and then I can play
log cabin. Yeah, I agree. I definitely would choose to pay if it's only $100. I would say save up and always get the same with the Switch. When the Switch Lite came out, I was like, yo, you should just pay that extra to get the TV mode. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. But we'll see. I guess I didn't actually see that, but it makes sense that they're gonna release it. I actually do like Sony's discless version better. The sleek look of it just looks better, in my opinion. But yeah,
I get the digital. I have 500 plus games on Steam. I have a bunch of digital things for my PC. My PC's DVD drive, it's only a DVD drive, isn't currently plugged into power or SATA because I don't have enough SATA ports. So everything I do on my PC is digital. But I still, if I'm playing a console, I need the thing. I don't want to have to worry about
that thing.
If I'm connected to the internet, if it'll say yes, I have the game or not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's nonsense because the disc literally that's all it does is say, "Hey, this dude paid for it." It's fucking dumb.
Yeah, it just checks boxes.
So weird.
In the exe file when it runs, because we used to do that kind of shit. Like you would download a crack or a CD key generator for PC games back in the day, and that's all it does.
Back
is just
in
check
the day,
it would just check that fucking box. You could have whatever games you wanted.
Is this CD key already been used?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Yes. Oh no. Cool. Now I have the game.
Well, and the crazy thing was I didn't have internet when I first started playing computer games. Like I had a computer before I had internet, and so it's like it didn't matter. We could install it on whatever because the CD key never talked to a server to say whether or not it was used.
Yeah, big facts. But
fuck
Xbox
technology.
Coming out in November.
All right,
Moving on to Baldur's Gate 3.
Sorry, Phil.
Big man.
Sorry,
Rocket, Phil. Rocket.
Oof.
Yeah, so you can tune in August 18th. Scroll down a little bit.
Did you know Geico is now offering an extra
Hit
50%
that tweet. Oh, you can play that too. It's fine. Yeah, August 18th, 10 a.m. Pacific time. You can watch their newest. Is it just like their dev talk, Phil?
It's they're calling
Panel
it the
from
panel of hell. So they're gonna have a panel of people on to talk about it. I think people from Wizards of the Coast and D&D, and then just their developers. They try to do monthly updates. So I think it's just gonna be their next update.
All right, cool. So just like unfortunately, like we hoped, Baldur's Gate won't be dropping in August, the beta, air quote. But they announced that we have this to look forward to. Their panel from Hizael from Hick. Yeah. So we'll see what they say.
Yeah, I mean, and they also said in there that it is right around the corner. So I'm assuming they just pushed it back a month, maybe two at the most.
Ooh, homie snipe.
I'm excited for this game, and I don't like top-down games, but this looks like they did it really well. I want to play it. I'm bummed it's not August, but if it's September, I'm cool with it. That's fine.
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I need another D&D like experience in a game.
Yeah, August 18th. That is next Tuesday. If you are curious, 10 a.m. Pacific time. So tune on in to the panel from hell and sit back, relax.
For some
probably get more information though. They show you like just how wide open the game this is already. So
this game to me is on the cyberpunk level. Like I don't need to see anymore. Like there was that didn't the dev dude play for like an hour and a half on that last, and I saw all I needed to. Like I don't need to see anymore. Game looks dope, cool. I don't need it. Like Cyberpunk's just beating us upside the head, and I'm like, bro, I don't need it anymore. I'm gonna buy it. Fuck off. Like I don't know. but hey, who knows? This is a little bit of old news. This was like last week, I feel like, but we never talked about it. So I figured we can bring it up to swing into the next one. The PS4 controller is going to be compatible with PS4 games on the PS5. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Sort of. I don't know if you have, like me, I have like 4 PS4 controllers. So it's cool that they're not going to be useless.
Yeah, but only for PS4 4 games. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. And
I do think it's a little weird.
They're like assuming that every game is going to have like that haptic stuff built in, and the game won't function correctly. I don't see why it's necessary.
Yeah, like you just said, I don't see why. Either. So if it has speakers in there or it vibrates to make you feel more immersed, I don't see why it could literally be 2 modes on the settings: haptic feedback on, haptic feedback off, and you can just use a fucking PS4 controller.
Right.
It is what it is at this point, but
because even in like Ghost, when like I hear the wind and shit like that through my controller, that doesn't really do much for me. Or like when it vibrates, like when it vibrates when I'm next to an artifact and stuff, that doesn't do. I mean I don't even notice it most of the time because I'm focused on whether or not I'm gonna get stabbed in the fucking head with a spear.
That is big fact. But I agree with you. I think you should just be able to use the PS4 controller for whatever. Because, like I said, I have like 5 of them, and if it's rare that I use all 5, but I've had people come over and play Borderlands, and I've played with like 4 controllers. It happens. But yeah, to correlate right into that, this did just come out. If you want to shoot to the next one, Brandon, that this dude did get his hands on a PS5 controller.
Oh wow.
And you can see in there he was messing with it a little bit. He had to block out a bunch of stuff, but it does have nearly double the amount of battery capacity. Forgive my ignorance, but this one has 1560 mAh. I don't know what that stands for.
Milliamps.
There you go. And the last one had, I think it was like 800 or something like that. Okay. 800 mAh. Yeah, it had 800. So
still, that's
that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't really care because the PS4 controller lasted forever. Like it's not. It was like a week-long session that thing would last before I had to.
I mean, I will say the second one I got from my launch, because my launch one actually, like the rubber on the left thumbstick started coming off, so I got a different one. That one's battery like completely sucks. You can't see it, but I keep it plugged in literally all the time now, because otherwise it dies super fast.
Really? No, I can't say anything. But I have like 5, so I switched.
This has been since launch. Like it still works perfectly fine. I just have to keep it charging.
That's fine. I mean, God forbid you have a cord
this far from it, so it's not like
it doesn't affect you. Yeah. So real quick, Siege did ask if any of us finished Last of Us 2. I don't play those, so Phil did.
Phil has.
Those to me are more like a movie, and my girlfriend keeps me in taps on what's going on in the movie to me, because I think it's a movie. I don't care for it really to play it.
Wonderful game.
There you go. Wonderful game. I do know what's going on, and the feels are real. It is confirmed they're doing that HBO show, so that's interesting. They did just drop an article the other day saying it's gonna have like they partnered with people that made the game, and they're having content that didn't make it into the game is gonna make it into the show. So if you're a big fan of Last of Us, I don't know when that comes out. I don't think it started. I think they're still casting and shit, but
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's a perfect game in my book. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Ooh. Yeah. While we're talking about shows real quick, Witcher 2 did start production again, so
that's good.
Yeah,
Witcher was great.
That was the best show of 2019 by far.
I mean, that church scene.
And then 2020 attacked.
I watched it twice, all the way through. In the first week The Witcher came out, I watched it through twice. Once by myself and once with Olivia.
I agree with you, Siege. I didn't play it, but again, I know most of the story so far, and I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very Shades of Grey type of morality game, and that's something you don't
50
see
Shades
much.
of
That's
Grey.
Yeah, totally.
Yo,
I'm gonna buy it then, I guess. Sold.
Before we move to the next thing, I want to bring this up because this made me laugh. This literally happened last night, and it's all over Reddit. It has me dying. Did you guys see the Avatar team? That's the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender. That they were working with the Netflix to do the live action adaptation, but they left due to creative differences. So now everyone's freaking out because you know how Netflix fucks up, live action adaptations like it's a job. So get ready, boys. It's gonna be another bust like a motherfucker. But that should make me laugh.
It'll probably be a whitewash too.
Yeah. Oh, I'll show you some of the memes on Reddit, bro. It is hilarious. But to the next one. We don't have any footage on screen for this one, but we just kind of wanted to talk about. I'm sure you could actually YouTube it, but I didn't think about that. So now, the Avengers beta did release last week.
Oh, we're talking about the Avengers.
It's the link. Yeah. But I watched so much gameplay because I was really interested. And
IGN shit.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your guys' opinion because I'm not too interested.
Siege, did you play the beta? I remember you were talking about it. Under Siege might have played the beta.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at anything. I haven't played it because I know you had to like pre-order to get access.
I just knew I was gonna watch it. What did you like about it, bro? Because like what I saw, the difficulty pissed me off because it just made the bad guy sponges. Thor is just bitch slapping this random human. He hit him like 5 times with his hammer. I'm like, yo, what are you like? And that just kills it for me. And then
Star Wars Fallen Jedi.
Yeah, same thing.
Random animals just like taking lightsaber strikes like it's nothing.
The Hulk just smacked that dude in the back of his head on screen, and he just went, and then turned around. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah, the power is not there. Like, considering that Mjolnir can go through like Galactus's leg, and he can't then beat up a random human. This was pretty cool though. Like, this fight scene was pretty dope.
It looks like I want to play it for the story, but I feel like you'd beat the story in like 3 hours, and then you're like, I paid $60 for this. Like, that's what I feel like this game's gonna come down to.
I mean,
there you go, Josh. Download it tomorrow for your PS4.
I guess if you're a Marvel fan, I feel like you kind of have to want to play it a little bit, but I think they could have done more. It's really hard to nail a superhero game, though. I feel like Rocksteady is one of the only few people who have done it with their Batman series.
I think
Insomniac, dude. Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man games are pretty lit because he just straight up like there's a challenge because they're using guns and you are you're just Spider-Man, but like I think also I want more games like the really old school Superman games. Like we talked about that, like the kind of semi-open world you just went through and basically it's the same concept as Spider-Man. Like you see somebody like robbing a bank and you can choose to swoop down and stop it or just keep questing or whatever. Like why do they need to like load into a mission and like this just reminds me of like the
games. I want to be a little bit more old school sometimes. I'm okay with it. Siege just brought up a great point though. How do you guys feel about Sony claiming Spider-Man in this game?
I mean,
I understand the contract.
So
facts. I think that is the smartest move. They literally own Spider-Man, and buying it and playing it on their console, they're like, "Fuck you!" Like we own this motherfucker. Like I think that makes all the sense in the world to me personally.
Phil and I talked about it briefly, but I think also they're gonna double dip. Like they're gonna make him a DLC character for Like
that'd be savage. Like a $5.
Yeah, they
Well,
will.
They probably will. Like,
They will.
There's been a couple of games that have done that.
Yeah.
Something released.
Yeah, think about the Mortal Kombat games. Mortal Kombat games had console exclusive characters that came out, and then you got to buy them later on in the DLCs.
Yeah. Yo, Siege is reading my mind because I was literally about to segue into the Suicide Squad announcement. Like after we were talking about Rocksteady, that's been rumored for a billion years. Like they kept back, you know, it was like Batman game, Superman game, and they did confirm there was a little picture that it is going to be a Suicide Squad game, and I have no idea how to feel about it. I played all the Batman games. I have absolutely no idea. It depends who they put in this Suicide Squad and like what they go off of. I mean, like Phil agrees, that movie was just so good. Like I just don't know what else they could do.
The quickest way to get Phil off the cast.
Yeah, no, I just don't know. It should be really cool and interesting. I have no idea how that open world, like what, I don't know what in the world they could do. Like Amanda Waller's like, all right, guys, go do I have no idea. I have no clue.
Am I getting it confused? Like I did see a picture of Deadshot's crosshairs on Superman.
Yep.
Okay, yes, so that's the game.
Suicide Squad game. Yeah.
Okay. So there's rumors that that's Bizarro and not actually Superman.
Or it could be like a Public Enemy type of storyline where Superman and I think Superman's. Is it Batman as the Public Enemy?
It's both of them.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say that, but I didn't want to get it wrong. I forget. I think I actually have the graphic novel.
Actually, it's both.
Or it could have been like the Men of Steel, where like there's a lot of different things it could have been.
Really interesting, but I doubt it'll be that.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't even think about this. I wonder if all of the DC closings are going to affect that game's development at all.
Nah, that's their... WB has like 2 good titles, the Lord of the Rings games and those, I feel like. Mortal Kombat. I think their game studio will be fine, but we'll see. Siege just said he hopes it comes out around the time of their movie, and I'm just like, no.
They do...
Which movie?
Well, more Wonder Woman, right? Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman. Yeah, that's coming out.
Well, that was already supposed to be out, but DC can only nail the movies we think are going to be bad, and then they can't get a Batman movie or a Superman movie, right? But Aquaman is kind of interesting.
Saying, for Batman, it is hard to follow Christopher Nolan. He did an amazing job, and he said after those 3, I'm done. I'm never doing it again.
That's fair. A little bit different, but all right. Control. This annoys me deeply. A great game. Before I read the article, remember yesterday, guys, I was like, I nailed it, and I'm mad that I did. So, as it says at the top, the existing copies of Control, if you have it right this very minute, you won't be able to upgrade it to the next gen console. You do have to purchase their new ultimate $40 piece of crap coming out with the. I'm assuming it's going to come with the DLC that's already existed. The new DLC that comes out very soon.
Yeah, it's supposed to be with all the DLC.
Yeah, and I just think that's bonkers to me. That whatever. I don't know. It just annoys me that they're going to come out with an Ultimate Edition. I feel like the old one should still be upgradable, and then you can still purchase the upgradable DLC. This is just a double dip.
I've got a bit of foreshadowing because this will be super relevant to how you guys feel emotionally. It's going to be the same thing. With Overwatch. I was thinking about this the other day. Overwatch 2 is not going to come out in November.
Yeah.
They're going to re-release Overwatch Anniversary Edition.
With all the skins.
With some of the skins. Not all the skins, you're drunk. But they're gonna re-release Overwatch Anniversary Edition. Then everybody's going to restart, because you can't transfer shit on PlayStation, I'm assuming. I'm assuming your progress isn't going to move over from PlayStation 4 servers to PlayStation 5 if they do Overwatch. Like your whole game progress.
I think it will.
I think it will.
I think so.
You really?
The fact with Blizzard has a key on all that shit. The fact that I can log in on my PC, play Heroes of the Storm, and get a skin on my PS4.
Yeah, but you can't get all of your current progress from one server to the next. Like that's
because they don't want you to. I think they can. I don't think they want.
And they're gonna. Well, you think they're gonna be that generous with the PlayStation?
Jeffrey, what's going on, bro?
Destiny 2, when that was leaving Activision, Oh wait, that's Activision. That's not Blizzard. What am I talking about?
Close
But
enough.
I mean, still, like, the one thing that people were like sticking with that is when it was switching away when Bungie left, is that you were able to transfer everything, but you had to do it in a certain time period. So I could see that happening. Like, you have to get this within the first month of launch, or you lose everything.
Yeah, there's another game that, the Dance Central games for the Kinect. When the third one came out, it gave you a code, and it somehow unlocked it gave you the ability to transfer all of your stuff from the first two games to the third one.
How do you know that, Justin?
Like the Dance Dance Revolution games?
You play a lot. You play a lot of Dance Central, motherfucker.
I did play a lot of that shit in high school.
God
Okay,
damn it.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's definitely doable because Warframe did it as well. When Warframe was only a PC game, then it came to both other consoles. They had like a limited 2 weeks where you could literally take your entire account and move it to PlayStation 4 or Xbox. So,
but
motherfuckers can do it.
Didn't GTA do that?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the 3 to the 4.
No.
Yeah, same for Rock Band too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Back to track. All right, hit it, Phil.
Yeah, I was just saying we have to consider if Blizzard is gonna be that nice.
All right.
Or do they just want the money?
Nah, they gotta get into the good graces and do something because they're fucking up right now. So, but yeah. So back to the core thing here. We talked about this with Mortal Kombat. I feel like you're not rewarded for buying the game when it came out. Like, you just get fucked constantly, like with these ultimate editions and shit. It's like, I don't know. If you love this single player experience and you're like, dude, I would love to play it upgraded. I already own it. It's like, pay another $40. Even if you already own the other DLC, like, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
That they're making you just basically buy the game again. So screw you. I don't know who develops this game, but you ain't shit. Alan Wake people.
But the only thing is that game got Game of the Year. So.
I know it did. That's a real poop move, man. But speedrun time, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't quick now.
Strafe jump.
This was a quick last of the minute rendition here. Nintendo posted this the other day. Stay cool, Mario. Just a picture, and that was it. Super Mario Sunshine.
Maybe a remaster.
Brandon got it? No, Brandon.
I mean, I could throw it up, but we went to speedrun. Speedrun doesn't have a screen.
True facts.
Oh yeah, you fool.
Yeah,
my apologies.
No, I didn't.
I figured we would have thrown it up because like, here's a picture of Mario. And like,
yeah, I thought we'd have it up, but yeah, that's all it was. Super Mario Sunshine. Obviously, Nintendo just did the Paper Mario. That was a huge success. They're just gonna keep redoing their shit. They're not gonna make something new.
Okay. That's fantastic.
Well, that Paper Mario was a brand new game.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna continue to redo their titles. Like, they're not gonna come out with like new Super Mario. It's gonna just be Paper Mario, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Brothers.
But
5.
if it's a brand, like an actual brand new Super Mario Sunshine
I haven't
story.
seen a new Jackbox 7 game.
What?
No.
Talking Siege.
Oh, my bad, boy. Of course, those Jackbox games are dummy popular. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to put that in there so you can see. This one should get a picture too, Brandon, but if not, it's fine. This thing, I might buy this thing. I literally might buy this thing. It's a little expensive, but this Ultimate Neo Geo.
I'm pulling this up on my phone because I didn't see this yet.
Yeah, it plays like 40 games. It plays a lot of games. 55. It's a lot. It's $500 though, but this shit looks cool as hell. Scroll down a little bit, and you can see a ton of the titles that it does play.
That is all the games.
It's a lot, and the fact that it's a full stand-up arcade is just cool.
Is it a full stand-up or is it a bar drop?
If you scroll down more,
it's got both.
It has a thing. Yeah.
Did you say Fatal Fury? I have that on Super Nintendo.
Fatal Fury, all of them, all four.
Yeah,
I've only played the first one.
It looks really cool, so I just wanted to highlight that because it is $500 though. But hey.
That's a good selection of Neo Geo games.
I wonder what it's only a 17-inch screen.
Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants needs
that's
kind
of small, bro. For $500.
I mean, but it's a stand-up arcade machine. It's a novelty. So
No, I mean I get that, but
If they cut the price in half and just gave me the bar top unit, I'd be sold.
Yeah.
the tabletop one's 450. It's $50 for the base.
If $50 less for a base, get out of here.
I don't think
Get out of here.
I don't think they have
Makes
one
table.
for Neo Geo yet, but Capcom does have this big old like, it's just like a bar top kind of arcade group of 4-player arcade sticks that you can plug into a TV and play their old arcade games.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Siege, we talked about that last week, you fool. So you should have been here. No, I'm kidding.
He was out. He was
It was-
busy.
I'm joking.
weeks ago,
I'm fucking
or-
joking. It
Yeah,
was cool
2 weeks.
because we watched that live when they had that gameplay of all the people you can play at his crash.
He did look really good.
I like the direction they're going with all the cool little skins and the different worlds, and they're doing good. They're doing good. The next thing I'm gonna post the link just so you guys can watch the trailer. If you're a fan of the original King of Fighters game, they are making a CG movie, and the trailer just came out. So I just wanted to, if anyone likes that, that fighting
That's interesting.
game, you can watch the trailer and
Neo
enjoy
Geo
it.
is doing a bunch of crap right now. Then. Is
Yeah.
that- I think technically that's SNK is the company. I know they're still big with arcade stuff in like Japan, and they're not. They don't have a console or anything anymore. But
That sounds about right.
it's kind of crazy that they're still this niche thing and can make a bunch of stuff.
Bunch of money. We already kind of joked about this, but yeah, they just confirmed the other day that Alan Wake is a part of the Control universe, the Remedy connected universe. I already made fun of it, so I'm just gonna add that real quick. Much like Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us is getting a upgraded, added difficulty and permadeath and all that shit. Which I think it's so weird that they do that like a month after the game comes out. Because personally, me, if I beat the game, I'm not gonna go back and replay it. But I know a lot of people will. So
Yeah.
I don't know,
But,
man.
you
That
know,
lethal
it's-
difficulties.
it
was
didn't
that
exist for me in Ghost.
nuts.
I would have been halfway through and then be like, oh, now there's a harder difficulty. Let me do it now. Like that annoys me.
It's kind of like when games release the new game plus mode after. Like God of War did that. They put the new game plus mode
Yeah.
in after.
That's true.
But for me, I'm not a person that goes in to play New Game Plus. Like, when I beat a game, they're like, "You've unlocked New Game Plus." I'm like, "That's cool. You're going on my shelf. I've already finished you."
RPGs are fun with New Game Plus, in my opinion. But
Like I tried Horizon Zero Dawn with its new game like plus.
you're just one shot, motherfuckers.
Well, I had that that invincible armor, the one that had like the shields on it.
Yeah.
So, like in the very beginning, like everything's just bouncing off you. So I'm like, that's kind of
Yeah.
like.
It's like that meme when you go back and fight that Pokemon trainer after you already beat the Elite Four.
Mm-hmm. Like
Got the
one
level
kid in the
2
bridge
code.
with a level 6 magic card.
He's like, I'm in danger. All right, so let me paint y'all a picture real quick. It's 1992. You really want to
I was
rent a
just
movie?
born.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Phil was just born. You really want to go down and get your favorite game at Blockbuster. You do that, and then 20 years later, it's closed forever. Yeah, so Airbnb is allowing people to rent Blockbuster, like they put a room in it.
It's the last.
The last melon.
Yeah, the last Blockbuster. I'm gonna put y'all a link if y'all really want to do it to Airbnb's website, and boom. Yeah, it's 4 guests. It's a 1 bed, half bath, and you can rent movies and chill in a Blockbuster.
Wait,
Yeah.
a half bath? It doesn't even have a shower?
I guess not, Phil. Man, it's in Oregon, so if you're around that place that I don't know where it is, you
You
can
gotta take a
ball out.
bum bath, Phil.
Yeah, get that spoon and just ladle it on your back.
I mean, because for an Airbnb, it'd be kind of, it'd be kind of cool. Because where is it in Oregon?
I don't know.
Bend, or
If it's not like too far from like Portland, you spend the day in Portland, you go back, and then you have a bunch of movies, like, and it's like you can just hang out and watch a movie after you spent the day in the city.
yeah.
It's an interesting idea for a vacation. So,
I think it's
I
neat. I'm not gonna
agree.
go.
Yeah, if that was here, I'd consider it for just a laugh, and it doesn't look very expensive for a night. But yeah, if you live around Oregon, you can ball out, go ham. Hey. This next one's very near and dear to my heart, and I'm glad we're talking about it. Take it with a grain of salt, but one of the producers who worked on Project Ragtag, which is that canceled EA Star Wars game, said it would have been the best Star Wars game ever made.
It hurts me deeply when I read this
Ever.
article.
ever made. It was set to be an amazingly, this is quotes, amazingly well-crafted 12-hour experience. That gets me a little bit like, yeah. So we've already seen this trailer before when homie walks out into like the city and it looks crazy and this game looked really good. Amy Hennig was on it, you know, that lady who, she did all the Uncharted games, I believe, like the storylines and the stuff for those. And the game would have been really cool. Everybody was excited for it, and EA was like, "Nah, son."
This was the game called? It was like something. Was it had 13 in the title? Or
yeah, 1313.
Yeah.
No, that's not the one. That's a different one.
Mm.
I can post a link if you guys want to look at it.
I think it was one where you weren't, you know, it's like the one freaking Star Wars game other than you know, Battlefront, where you're not a Jedi.
Yeah, I put it in the chat. You'll know the moment you see it. You've seen this video 1,000 times. But yeah, so I think it's weird. I actually think there's room for EA to just summon this up from the grave. I don't know how much longer EA has the license, but they finally, you know, got their head out their asses and are like, yo, people still like single player games. Jedi Fallen Order sold a gajillion copies. Star Wars is a brain dead game that you could make a billion things of. Rogue Squadron, Battlefront. And there's just a zillion single-player games I feel like you can make. I know you got the tough task of partnering with Disney, and they want everything to low-key kind of be canon for some fucking reason. Like, I don't get that. But like, they could just go bonkers with this, but they don't want to, it seems like. But I don't know why you're canceling Star Wars single-player games when they're.
I mean, we have the same conversation every year with Pokemon. You have one of the largest IPs that's ever existed.
But in Pokemon's defense, no matter what Nintendo pops out, people gonna buy that shit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is.
I mean, I get that, but so does Star Wars as well. How many you guys all?
Cooking Mama Pokemon.
I understand that, but they don't make that much. But you guys still get your hopes up every single time, and you buy the game.
I didn't buy Battlefront 2. That was a debacle. Remember, that was the last one.
Yeah, but
Fallen Order actually
didn't you buy it on PC?
It was like $10 on sale.
Yeah,
it was
I bought Battlefront the deluxe edition when it was on sale.
Yeah, and we talked about that. By the time that game's development was done, it was a full game.
Yeah, it's what it should have been from the beginning.
Yeah,
I still don't have goddamn Conquest and Galactic Conquest. That's what I needed.
Big facts.
Yeah, and like
you heard that, Deathslam?
Yeah.
the big thing that I was like excited for Battlefront 2 because they're like there's the story. There was like they had famous people in like being characters in it, and then all the reviews were like, this game is awful.
Yeah, it was, the story mode was bad. I didn't play it.
And then I was just like, okay, well then I don't have a reason to buy it. And then it was like the deluxe edition was on sale for $10, and I was like, all right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, and that's a perfect example as well. That was for some reason canon. Like, I feel like Disney's being very strict. Like, no matter what Star Wars you make, it has to be super duper uber canon.
Yeah.
Or you can't do it. But I'm just like, whatever. That's it for speedrun though. We got, what do we have? Releasing and relevant. What comes out this week?
What's happening?
I had to think what came out this week. Oh, only the best free thing ever.
Hyperscape?
No.
Now the Amazon settlement.
Obviously, is it wrong to pick up Girls in a Gungeon, the Infinite Combat? You fool. It comes to PC, PS4, and Switch in the US August 11th. That's an anime. It's just, yeah, whatever. Hyperscape did hit its full release August 11th. That's a free to play. Jump in, get clapped by a grenade launcher. Brunch Club, PS4 and Xbox, August 11th. Willie Morgan and the Curse of Bone Town comes out on PC, August 11th. Metamorphosis. Ooh, really? The Curse of Bone Town?
You'd have to know me. You would have had to been there.
We got Metamorphosis coming to PC, PS4, Xbox, and the Switch yesterday. We got Pop-Up Dungeon on PC, August 12th. Total War Saga Troy, PC, Epic exclusive for a year, came out today.
Free.
Darkest Ville Castle came out on PS4, Xbox, and Switch today. Double Kick Heroes comes out on PC and the Switch today. Ever Forward comes out on PC today. A lot of things are coming out on Thursday. Kill It with Fire sounds like fun.
Thursday's kind of a new release day. Thursday's a release day.
Kill It with Fire is a game where you're killing spiders with anything you can, trying in like collateral damage is all about it. So like I watched a little video. Someone was streaming it. Like, Steam has this thing where like developers stream like the day before the release, and the guy had an M16 shooting spiders in his bathroom.
Big facts. That sounds fun. Last two, we got Eastern Exorcist comes out on PC tomorrow. So if you're on the West Coast, sorry, you don't get any Exorcist. And last but not least, a game I wish I would like to play, UFC 4 comes out on PS4 and Xbox as well tomorrow.
I don't think they dropped the elbow like that in UFC.
Oh, sorry. They don't. Those games were really fun, and they got hit with the EA experience where they just don't fucking do anything to the game and just keep putting out new ones, expecting people to buy it. But yeah, so the two things that catch my eye this week are Hyperscape and Total War. Even if you're new to the Total War franchises and don't know what it is, it's free for all of today.
Oh, that's who they are.
Go to Epic, click the button like it's a free game like normal. You don't have to download it right away. You literally can just click it and claim it for free. I suggest everyone does it. This is a saga game, so it's like a tapered back version of their main scale games. But yo, it's free. Like, get that shit. And like I said, UFC 4 I wish was good, but it doesn't look like they did much to improve from UFC 3.
The first one was so lit, though.
Oh, I loved it, dude.
The first one was so good.
Yeah. Remember Fight Night, bro?
Yeah.
Fight Nights were awesome, and then they just stopped fucking making them. Like,
Fight Night was fun too.
Remembers Def Jam?
Def Jam Vendetta? I love Def Jam Vendetta, bro. Yo, I'd run up there with Luda, just be like,
or Fat Joe out there just fucking people up.
Yo, right? That was a GameCube exclusive. Def Jam Vendetta?
I think I heard there's a Def Jam, a new one coming out. I think it's a sequel, Def Jam Streets of New York.
All the rappers are just old as fuck in the game.
Well, Snoop Dogg's on the cover, but I think I saw that. I don't. Maybe I dreamed it, but
you might have dreamt it, bro. I don't know.
Phil dreams about rappers fighting.
I'm pretty sure. I saw a little thing about it, clip that's saying Def Jam's getting a sequel finally.
Yeah.
You a double G into the foe.
Beats me. Y'all got anything you want to add on these releasings? Anything you guys are excited for? Or
no, I mean Hyperscape's just been great. New gun, new mode. Like, you know, they just need to add a non objective based battle royale at the end. Like, I want one that just finishes with kills and not you got to grab this fucking crown and run around with it.
Yeah. If you guys aren't familiar, I'm sorry.
I'd say it's just the dudes with armor and teleport run, like, and you can't catch them.
Yeah, that sounds about right. If you guys aren't familiar, Hyperscape is basically a Ubisoft exclusive battle royale that uses
elevation and speed.
Elevation and speed, much like wait for it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. What the fuck?
Are you?
Yeah.
I lost it. That dumbass game that you love with the mechs.
Titanfall?
Take dumbass out of the title.
Titanfall? What the fuck?
It's a lot like Titanfall.
Game is fantastic.
I would say it's more like a Quake style shooter with battle royale.
It's Unreal Tournament.
Yeah,
Unreal Tournament,
pretty much.
They're
very
backed by id, so it's
I'm offended.
Yeah.
Dumbass game with the robot.
Unreal Tournament is Epic Games' version of Quake and Doom multiplayer.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Hit us with that cheat, Phil. That cheat of the week.
Well, it's not really cheap, but it's an Easter egg because of the whole Rome or Total War in here. So this is in Rome Total War, and it's an all your base kind of callback to that. I forget the name of the game, and I'm pretty sure I have it on GOG, where the whole all your base are belong to us. So if you start a new campaign, and I'm gonna say this wrong, as the Seleucid or as Seleucid Empire,
That's
and
close.
if you start a war with Egypt, after a few turns, they will send a diplomat to you asking you to become their protectorate, and their greeting to you will include the phrase, all your base are belong to us. So it's just a little kind of cliche to that, one of those old games that I can't remember their name. Zero Wing, yeah. So I thought it was funny. So
that is pretty fun. Cool. I can't say it enough. Troy, download it for free. You're drunk if you don't. It's a $50 game after today. I just don't know why you wouldn't at least click that own button. But yeah, boys, that's about wraps it up. We're gonna hit this what we playing. I guess I'll go first in this little square here. Brent's like, I'm playing something.
I've got things to add today.
I'm still playing Warhammer Total War. I did play Little Troy this morning. I like it. The era it's in isn't as fun as I'd like because it's a lot of foot soldiers, not much arrow play or cav. So it's just literally like you go, hey dudes, attack, and it's just like a bunch of dudes smacking each other, but it's still fun. And I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima. I'm in Act 2. Great game, loving it. That's all I'm playing right now.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's you, Phil.
Okay, I was just checking. So, yeah, a couple weeks ago now, or was it last week? I finished Last of Us Part 2 finally. Wonderful game, perfect game, great. So I started Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. I got it for in the pack with on the PS4 with the second one. They came with all the enhanced DLCs and stuff, and they weren't DLCs back then. They were expansions. And for an isometric RPG where you select all your things and it's top down and you click and you pause and tell them what to do, on a controller it plays extremely smoothly. They did an amazing job. It's like Pillars of Eternity 2. I had some issues with it. It was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Beamdog putting this on console did an amazing job, and everything works quickly. If I want to select everybody, I just click L2 and then click X on select all, and I can change things around. Then Hyperscape, been playing that.
Woo-woo.
And because QuakeCon was just this past weekend, I decided to re-download Quake Champions. I guess I had played like 20 minutes of it before, but I don't remember. It's their free-to-play new Quake game, and I've been playing some of that and actually having a lot of fun.
Nice.
And then I also got the Mutants in Masterminds Deluxe GM Guide, which is a superheroes tabletop role-playing game today.
Ayo.
You already know what the two of us are going to say, so it doesn't really matter who goes first.
It's the same shit.
It's the same game.
I've got a little bit more to say about what I've been playing, so I mean, it's up to you. You can go if you want.
Oh, mine's Hyperscape. Always has been, always will be. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hyperscape, Ghost of Tsushima, some of the Fall Guys, which is
Oh, you did pick that up?
yeah, because it's dark game. Kind of a
That
black.
game does look fun.
It is pretty funny.
It's full of people cheating their asses off.
Oh,
really?
sure, yeah.
Hackers are running rampant right now in
Yeah,
this
like
game.
speed hacks and shit.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
Why? It's not even like competitive. It's like a bullshit. Have fun.
It's a battle royale game, so the hacking is here.
Yeah. All right, Brandino.
Go ahead,
All right, so obviously Valorant, Hyperscape, been playing my shooters, but let's talk about Ghost of Tsushima. Because
Brandon's first
so-
single player game.
so I love it. I love it. Josh and Justin will probably feel me on this. I have one gripe, and it's a major gripe. The camera is ass.
I don't mind the camera.
I don't mind the camera at all.
when
I think
you're
it's pretty good.
Okay, when you're playing on lethal,
Fighting mad dudes.
when you're playing on lethal and you get one shot by everything, the camera does not spin fast enough for you to fight 5 to 7 people at once.
That's happened to me once or twice where I get kind of in a weird spot, but you just gotta get out of those tight quarters. But
I'll be okay, right after my standoff, I've got the thing where I can kill like 3 people with my standoff, but that alarms the entire compound. So the whole compound comes to the fucking door, and if they're all not in front of you, you're gonna get sniped in the back by some archer, or some dude's gonna poke you with a fucking spear.
Yeah, I'm not playing lethal, so I can imagine that would be annoying.
Like you cannot get like the things where like you get health back when you do like certain things, like the perfect deflect. That none of that matters. You die in one shot to everything.
Yeah.
Because that's just how I wanted to play it. It's been super super fun. I did like 3 warlords. Got like the tiger sword, like the green.
Are arrows one shot?
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna have a bad time,
bro. Like, it's fucking nuts.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah. I went to the Castle Kamida, whatever. Like, after you get kicked out of it and like you have the ability to go back. I went back and there's just 5 archers at the gate and like you can't get up there.
No. It's gonna be nothing but downhill for you, my friend.
Yeah, no, I mean I love it. The camera mode is fucking nuts. Like I posted, I did that more than I think I did playing the game. I stayed up till 2:30 just doing the camera mode stuff because you can even freeze frame it like right after like a standoff and like just so much like
it's a beautiful game.
That was one thing I loved about Infamous Second Son when it launched on PS4, because Sucker Punch is the same company. They had a camera thing in there that was really cool because all the colors with your powers in Infamous were.
This one is really stupid in depth. Like the fact that I can change focal length and my aperture and my exposure. Yeah, you could straight up just make a video. And it is kind of funny when you have like all these effects on the screen and then you move. Or you hit back on the controller and everything just goes back to normal. It was like you were daydreaming or something. But it's
nothing beats in that game when you roll up on your horse, you jump off your horse all gangster, and then hit him with some kunai, and then you just square up. Nothing beats it. It's the best feeling.
I haven't got to that yet. I haven't decided if I'm gonna play it down the ghost tree or if I'm gonna play it down the samurai tree.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna have to at least use the kunai because they're so useful.
Yeah.
You could that's the only thing I use. I don't do too much ninja shit because it's too easy. But
this doesn't spoil anything, Brandon, but there's no individual tree. Like there's no the story doesn't deviate if you play the ghost or if you play the samurai.
I will tell you this though, the surrounding elements change. So when you do ghost shit, it'll rain more and thunderstorm more when you're doing ghost shit.
Yeah, because this is what I've heard. I haven't picked it up. I've had some
technical difficulties.
Pour one out.
I won't talk about it. But when you do the ghost stuff in stealth, your character feels like he's not being honorable. And since it's all about how you affect the world by your actions, it will change that in a sense. And that's what I've heard from a lot of things. Like he actually will say at times he doesn't like his actions when he's being
he literally backstabs somebody. He's like, my bad, homie, I'm a piece of shit.
I do see it. Like you're talking about the archer thing, and I think that's going to be one of the only hard parts. Like the warlords, dumb. Like even on lethal, dumb easy.
Warlords, you can 2 fire shot a warlord just from a mile away, pew pew, and he's done.
Yeah, I don't have bow or anything like that. I did all of mine by doing that trick I was telling you, like where you watch, you observe them, and then you do the standoff. And in the standoff, they get 1 shot, so it's just like not even really worth the time. The only one that I had any problem with was I relieved a compound where you like light the barrels on fire and it explodes, and then you just get a boss fight. Like you don't have a choice. But I love it so far. It's pretty cool.
It's an amazing game. Amazing.
I'll be interested to see if they have any like DLC that comes out for it.
I couldn't imagine they would, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up, yo.
Yerp.
Yeah, let us know if you're mad about Halo or if you're just like, I want it to be a good game. Let us know when you think the Xbox is going to come out in November. Were you super excited for Baldur's Gate, the beta, and now you're just sad and quiet? Yeah, let us know how you guys feel. If you're mad about Control, or you're just like, whatever, I'll just pay $40 more for the same game again. Let us know. Let us know.
Yep. If you're playing Ghost and you take some cool pictures, tweet them at us, send it to us on Instagram, throw that shit up.
I would love to see that.
Yeah. Throw them up. But yeah, that's pretty much it for everybody. Thank you so much. Check us next week, episode 28. Appreciate everybody.
Siege, thanks for talking in chat. Appreciate it, broskies.
Pre-order Baldur's Gate 3 and send Phil a copy. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah, boy. Later.